The African Business Forum 2014 was held in London this year, and the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, was in the country to attend. And while he was here to attend this forum, we got the opportunity to speak to him. So here's the interview that we held with the President. Most countries in Africa these days have come out with a Vision 2020 about how they're going to develop their nations. What's our vision?
Our vision is 2040 to make Uganda into an upper middle class income country. Upper middle class means about $10,000 per person per year. GDP per capita.
The contributions from the diaspora currently contribute significantly to the economy of Uganda. In fact, it's 20% of the investments in Uganda come directly from remittances, but these remittances come mostly in the form of school fees. What would you suggest? What areas would you suggest the diaspora should get involved in Uganda, apart from just paying school fees for their children?
Well, first of all, it's so good that they are surviving and that they are sending some support to their families. That's good enough. I don't think they have their own money, which they can invest on a big scale. If they have, it may be of the magnitude of building a house or 2 or 3, which is all right, which they can also do. If you build a house and you rent it, you get money. If you build 2, 3, 4, that's some steady income for the future. So for their own good, I would encourage them to build houses for their own accommodation, but also for rent. However, beyond that, since they live in Europe and the USA, where there's a little bit of capital, they could attract others whom they work with through networking to bring those investments into our country. That could be their second role.
Uganda's tourism earnings are projected to hit the 5.3 trillion shillings. With these figures, is there a plan for us to have a national carrier now that we're doing so well in tourism?
Well, I myself am a bit cautious about having government airlines. What I want is an efficient airline, whether it is owned by the private sector or by the government. That's a secondary question. What is more crucial is efficiency and service delivery and cost savings, not extravagance. So I am neutral. I don't mind. We need an airline, of course. Should it be wholly government owned? I don't think that's important. What is important is to have an airline, Ugandan airline, that charges reasonable costs, because Kenya Airways has been overpricing their tickets. But I have talked to President Kenyatta about it. So what we want is an airline, whether private or public, but we need an airline.
So it's in the pipeline?
It's definitely in the pipeline.
Okay. Let's talk about the oil. Every time there's all this, oil is a curse, oil is a curse. How are we going to manage our oil? So it's a blessing rather than a curse.
Well, that is for people have no capacity. With us, there is no way oil can be a curse, because we have already said the oil money will only go for electricity, for the railway, for some aspects of higher and technical education, and for scientific innovation. Those four. We shall never use the oil money for paying salaries and all that, no. That oil money must be for creating capacity which will help the present generations and the future ones.
All right. Would you have like a message for the people in the diaspora?
The people in the diaspora, you keep yourself safe. Don't go into drugs. I always tell you about AIDS. Mwekume, and continue sending money to your families. Invest in production. The Banyankole say, buto ekorra bukuru. When you are young, you work hard so that in the old age, you live comfortably. So that is my message to the diaspora.
Thank you so very much, Mr. President, for speaking to us.
And I thank who?
Rosemary Nankabirwa.
Nankabirwa.
Well, you've heard it from the President. Save, go do business in Uganda, and grow our country. Well, I'm Rosemary Nankabirwa for Uganda Vision. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.